Well, we are Southern Colorado, and this week we are Trinidad, a city with many identities throughout the years, but always one which rolls out the welcome mat.
It's an area of unique history and a culture of community, and the locals are hoping you'll stop by to experience it for yourself. Like many of Colorado's southwest cities, Trinidad got its start as a stop on the Santa Fe Trail.
Originally, the street right in front of us, Main Street, was the Santa Fe Trail, which ran from St. Louis to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
It was one of those early travelers who saw the area's potential.
One of the people who used this trail was a man named Felipe Baca, who was traveling through here carrying 4 wagon loads of flour up to a small suburb of what's now Denver. He camped along the Purgatory River, and realizing it was such good land both for ranching and for farming, that on his trip back he got a plot of this land, planted it, and harvest came in. He took the crops back to Guadalupe in New Mexico.
His bountiful harvest also planted hope, and he returned with about a dozen other families from New Mexico who became some of the first settlers here in 1862.
Felipe was part of the territorial legislature, and his biggest challenge was keeping the Anglo infusion at bay, and so he fought very hard to keep the Hispano culture alive here.
Farming and ranching became the first industries in Trinidad to take off, but they were not the last.
Then, of course, the coal mines came in, and that brought one of our booms here.
Then there was the introduction of the railroad and the need for hotels and hospitality.
This offered a place for respite. This was a place that they could resupply.
In the late 1960s, Trinidad once again had a new reputation as the sex change capital of the world, thanks to Dr. Stanley Biber, a pioneer in sex reassignment surgery.
Then it morphed into oil and gas, marijuana, and now we're kind of focusing on tourism, outdoor rec, and arts and culture.
But with the booms come the busts, and the city has experienced its share of bumps in the road over the years.
There were issues with flooding. We know there was several times which the town itself was flooded due to the rivers overflowing.
And one of our towns, Sopris, was actually flooded and became part of is our dam now.
Sitting 21 miles north of Raton, New Mexico, and 195 miles south of Denver, Trinidad still benefits from its central location.
If you need a day trip, 3 hours down from Denver, 3 hours up from Santa Fe, shops and restaurants and music and
friendly, welcoming people.
The city hopes to reclaim its stake as a travel destination.
There's just so much history and so many stories that I would just encourage people to come down and visit Trinidad and explore for themselves.
One thing that hasn't changed over the years, the city's warm, welcoming nature.
The Trinidad community is like no other, and we're quirky as heck.
Yeah, you are.
We are quirky as heck. Trinidad is just so odd and so loving, and I love it.
As you can tell, community is a big part of Trinidad's core, and the Trinidad History Museum hosts live music every third Thursday of the month. They also have gardening classes and paint nights every first Friday, plus a whole lot more.
So check out historycolorado.org. Plus, we have a link on our website, fox21news.com.